heard, and reports coming in now.
Ahorita a las 2:05 de la madrugada oyó la puerta.
You're watching. Let me just quickly restart that. You are, sorry, not that. Sorry, let me pull up the video. Where did I put the video in? There's video right now. I'm trying to pull up the video, but there's explosions right now going on in Venezuela. This is being reported by multiple sources now that are confirming practically the same thing that we are pretty much reporting on, and I'm trying to pull up the video for you guys, so just give me a moment while I can try to figure out where the video went. If you do have any questions, comments, or concerns, you can send them in the chat. We are going to be continuously doing live coverage on the situation. I'm also trying to pull up live cams if we can of how there's a new video. Let me just show you really quickly what this is looking like. Here it is. Here's some video. If I can find it, or if I can just don't show. Okay, here's one of the first videos. Pretty much the same thing.
Ahorita a las 2:05 de la madrugada oyó la puerta.
And the situation is continuing to develop and escalate. This is really the first. This is. Some people might call it. Here you can see video. See explosions there in the bottom too. Like you can genuinely see those explosions there in the bottom.
¡Mamá huevo! ¡Qué locura! Moscaí. Mira esa mierda, explotaron allá toda esa mierda porque tú no estás explotando.
I'm reading as much as I can. Here, Reuters witnesses are reporting that there's a
mierda, marico, se prendió el peo en esta mierda, ¿oyó?
I have a live cam now. I'm going to be pulling up right now. If you do have any questions, comments, or concerns, you can send them in the chat. I'm going to be just quickly transitioning.
Marico, llegamos a tiempo a la casa, ¿oyó?
Marico, mira esa mierda.
Give me a moment while I load up video. This is gonna have to do for now. Let me just quickly mute this. Here you can see what I'm talking about. you can see this is some live footage that we have here, live feeds coming in at the situation, and this does not look like a good spot to be at right now, especially considering the fact that especially considering the fact that you know, these explosions are happening. We don't know exactly where these explosions are happening specifically. We just know that they're happening. So that's one thing. We're gonna keep. If you do have any questions, please ask. I'm gonna keep a loop of the questions that are coming in, and then I'm gonna answer them to the best of my abilities. Please ask. Specifically want to focus in on what we have here, and obviously for those tuning in, because we have a couple of y'all tuning in, just to reiterate what is going on: explosions in Caracas, Venezuela, reports of U.S. helicopters moving in, and that would not necessarily be surprising, just given the situation, the tenacity of the situation right now. As we speak, we are... That works. We're continuing live coverage on the situation. Again, for those tuning in, just to reiterate what is going on, explosions are being heard in the Venezuelan capital of Caracas. Verified videos are coming in of U.S. Chinooks, which are essentially special forces. As one of my buddies were telling me, I'm not gonna tell you for a fact that I know what is going on, but I can only assume what is going on. And let me quickly switch some of the things here. But yeah, the situation is still very much developing. As we speak, a couple of you are tuning in. Still no word from the president whether or not we can confirm that he authorized the strikes. Presumably he did, but we're gonna await for official sources to confirm that, or from him. But yeah, we are getting, this is a live feed right now. We are watching, again, monitoring the situation as we speak. The situation is continuing to deteriorate. We have no words on casualties or none of that stuff. We just know that, oh, breaking reports. Report from Lopez Doriga, which is I think Reuters source, confirming that there's strong movement in Caracas towards him, and that there's portions of Caracas in total electrical blackouts. So blackouts are being reported as we speak. Interesting to note that it's worth noting, look, some of the cameras are going out, which could be a sign that something is hitting it. But let me quickly update headlines for you. Possible troop movements are being reported from some of the AP journalists or Reuters journalists that are within that area. For those tuning in, quickly, just want to bring you up to date to what we are reporting right now. We are reporting the following. We're essentially now reporting that there's a situation going on in Venezuela. Explosions are being heard in Venezuela right now as we speak, and that we have videos coming in. We have videos coming in that are suggesting that there are U.S. helicopters that were moving in towards in Caracas. And let me just quickly play you a video.
mierda, marico.
that are being sent through on social media. You can see some of these
Puta, marico.
active explosions as we speak. Just keep pushing through, and it's just going to continue to be like that for a bit.
Mamá huevo.
So we're continuing
Qué
to report on
locura.
that. You can see flashes from explosions as we
Mosca ahí, mosca ahí. Mira esa
We are
mierda, explotaron allá
awaiting,
toda esa mierda, porque tú no estás explotando.
we are waiting. We are waiting to hear from any American side whether or not these helicopters whether or not these helicopters have anything to do with it. It's just whether or not who authorized. Why is this happening? Obviously, if you know the political side of things, you know that there's been a lot going on in the politics side, but nonetheless, that's what's been going on. Let me take you back to our live feed in Venezuela and in portions of the Leeward Islands where troops are being held, or where troops or sources are telling us aircraft have been taking off and on, being taken off and on in flight missions. Just want to focus in Caracas. We don't know of any other explosions at the time. We know that some reports are coming in of Chinooks, which are essentially military helicopters that are carrying special agencies, special forces, I guess. If someone who's more, and if anybody who's more familiar with that can correct me on that, please do so. Here's a picture that has just been sent in by one of our sent in, and this shows. If you give me a moment, this shows some of the aftermath in the situation there. Aftermath in Caracas. Videos of the aftermath here. You can see smoke and fires ongoing within that area. Situation just continuing to deteriorate as we speak. This is all live. We don't know anything about casualties. We don't know anything about fatalities or anything of that. We just know that explosions are being reported right now. We also know that there has been multiple sources that have been damaged. Multiple sources confirming that portions of Caracas have been knocked out of power, which is to be expected. We do not know what they were targeting. Perhaps they were targeting special infrastructures. Sorry about that pause there. But yeah, troop movements. Again, those tuning in, wondering what is going on. Troop movements in Venezuela, in Caracas, and explosions being reported from U.S. military helicopters, which is what we have been made aware of. This is what we know so far. We are here to report the news. DisasterCentral will continue reporting on the news as we speak. Drone says in the chat, Chinook can hold up to 33 to 55 troops per Chinook, or 24,000 to 26,000 pounds of internal/external cargo. So these are probably very likely carrying troops. I don't know I can't tell you what specifics are going on within the area. I'm trying to report. I'm also trying to change some stuff here so then we can I love when I get ads. Also trying to change some stuff here so we can be up to date. So if you do have any questions, please send them in the chat. I will be here to answer them. Obviously, this is all very much developing at the time, and this is probably going to change as we speak. This is all still very much changing. But I'm trying to monitor some stuff. I'm trying to change the title here because I think we're getting a much clearer picture. of what is going on. For those tuning in, repeating of what I've said before, we are reporting that explosions are being reported in Caracas, Venezuela. Give me a moment. Reports of explosions in Venezuela, in Caracas. We're also getting reports now that sources are telling us that more explosions are on the way. Why wouldn't it let me? Okay. There it is. Things have changed there. Again, I'm trying to keep you guys up to date. I'm also trying to work on my stuff here. I'm also trying to keep up with sources here. We're going to be live probably all night. And it's just me right now. It's just a one-man team that is doing this as we speak. Things are very much bound to change and will continue to change as we speak. Let me get a drink of water really quickly. Okay, so I'm watching CNN News right now, CNN, and one of the witnesses are reporting that there's blasts and gunfire in Caracas. So this is what we know for those that are just joining us. Jets over Caracas and at least 6 smokestacks from bombings. Explosions are still ongoing according to CNN and local reports. At least 5 to 8 Blackhawks seen on video of American forces. There's also a possibility, there's a video that's being released right now, possible reports that there's troops on the ground. We cannot confirm that, and we're going to stray away from that. Air raid sirens are being heard in some portions of Caracas. A major air base has been hit in Caracas, which is the Generalísimo Francisco de Miranda. The port of Caracas, also known as La Guardia, has also been hit, and power outages are going out per reports of Reuters in the southern and western parts of Caracas are in blackout. CNN is also reporting there's possible gunfire as we speak. CNN says that Venezuelan state television is not reporting that. Nothing's being reported right now on state TV. So it looks like it's just American journalists that are Americans or other people that are alive for this. And we're going to be interrupting broadcast because this is now, I've just been given the green flag to confirm that this is now a special report. I've been given the green flag to confirm now that this is a special report. So that's something to be noteworthy of. This is a DisasterCentral special report. The first one of the year. And a very empty space. But that's all you need to know right now. If you are tuning in, this is all you really need to know about. The United States has attacked Venezuela, has attacked Caracas, and the United States has struck Venezuela, and there's going to be more to come after this. If you do have any questions, comments, or concerns, please send them in the chat. Jacob asks what my opinion is on what's happening. I don't have an opinion. I'm just here to report on the news. But if you're asking me personally, we're only, 3 days into 2026? Come on now. Like, it's been busy. It's been very busy. But yeah, I'm trying to get some stuff here and fix the thumbnail. So just keep asking questions. Give me a moment whilst I attempt to change some things here. And as I fix some of this stuff, if you do have any questions, comments, or concerns, please send them in the chat. I will be here to answer. I'm being told right now through some through sources that gunfire is being reported. I can't confirm that. And I'm going to abstain from claiming that temporarily until I can get a confirmation from that. But from what we know, it's possible. And it wouldn't surprise me. I'm trying to change. Yeah. Here it is. Let me know if you guys need me to change anything, and I will do that very graciously do that. For those tuning in, I've been given the C-Red asking if you could help me. I'm really late. Don't know what's happening for about 3 days. Okay, I got you. So, those tuning in, the United States has launched attacks in Venezuela, particularly in Caracas, where reports are indicating that there's been multiple explosions there. And also, CNN is reporting there's gunfire, or reports of gunfire according to witnesses. I cannot confirm that. I'm going to abstain from that. I just need to let you know. However, another thing that should be worth noting is that there's reports and there's an unconfirmed video of American troops on the ground in Venezuela. I cannot confirm that. I'm going to be waiting for that. But yeah, for those that are tuning in, this is full coverage. We'll be on all night until we're no longer needed. So I don't mean to put a shameless plug in here, but if you could please share this out to as many people as you can. Please do so. I would really much appreciate it. But give me a moment. Yeah, this has been very much long awaited. I've been expecting this for a few months. I didn't know when. I've just been expecting it. The situation is continuing to deteriorate. Reports are indicating that strikes have targeted El Libertador Air Base, which is the headquarters of the Venezuelan Air Force, in Maracay, the capital of the state of Aragua. And we're also reporting that gunfire, explosions, and helicopters are being heard all over Caracas, with people reporting that they've seen strikes over the Fuerte Tiuna military complex and La Carlota Air Base, with several people reporting that there's been power cuts. Explosions also being reported at Iguerote Airport east of Caracas. That's a very important airport for civilian travel. Reports now that explosions are being heard in Reuters. Oh, whoa. Reuters, U.S. military ground troops and U.S. Air Force assets are currently active. Breaking news. Breaking news. There are troops on the ground. This is from the Reuters. This is from Reuters reporting. Troops are on the ground. Okay. That is important. That is huge. That is massive. Okay. Reports indicating that troops are on the ground. This is being reported by Reuters. It's actually happening. I can't believe that's happening. Okay, so for those tuning in, this is a quick summary of what's going on right now. This is some updates. This is some confirmed events. Military jets flew over in Caracas. At least 6 visible smoke plumes have been reported. Explosions are still ongoing, which has been verified by CNN crews and local reports. Air raid sirens have been activated, although there's reports that some radar bases have been hit. A major air base, Francisco de Miranda, has been struck. Port of La Guardia has also been confirmed hit. Reports of power outages via internet routers in southern and western Caracas are near blackout, near military sites. 5 to 8 Chinooks Black Hawk helicopters have been sighted in videos. U.S. helos are suspected, although we're pending confirmation. No troop activity has been verified in terms of visually. However, Reuters is now reporting that U.S. ground forces are in the country, but cannot independently verify this at the moment. Curacao has now closed their airspace as we speak. So that is important developments here that we are awaiting to follow, and this is just continuing to blow up, and it's continuing to develop. So I want to hear from you guys. What do you think about this? So let's hear this. So do you guys think that this was needed or that this was justified? And I just want to hear y'all's opinions in the poll. So far, it looks like it's an overwhelming no, but that's increasingly changing as we speak. Those tuning in, reports that there's explosions now that are ongoing. Reuters now reporting, also other sites are now reporting that U.S. ground troops and U.S. Air Force assets are currently active in and around Caracas, Venezuela, with reports heard of explosions being seen in the capital. And there's a big fire now. I can't pull that up because that's Fox. They own that. But what I can show you now is this video. We have video now. Video confirmation of reports claiming that explosions are actively ongoing. Here is what that looks like right now. You can see that there's wow, look at that. That's tons of explosions there. Wow. That is tons of explosions there. I can't believe I'm witnessing this as we speak. those are explosions there. Let me quickly repeat that video just for those who missed it. 5. There's multiple explosions as we speak. Those are active explosions too. That's crazy. Well, I don't got much else to say. That's insane. Let me quickly pull back to our live cams. But you can see there that those are very clearly violent explosions there. We cannot confirm casualties at this time, and we probably will not be able to confirm casualties temporarily. CNN reports that Caracas is currently without electricity. That's their understanding so far. CNN is also reporting, very questionable though, that troops may be on the ground, and I think they're just using the Reuters report as their source for that. But looks like, yeah. So explosions happened about an hour ago. Explosions began around 12:10 in the morning, so about an hour 50-ish minutes ago. And the latest reports coming in is that there's potential ground movement as we speak. But I've been given the green light to confirm that this is now a special report. Disaster Central will now be entering full red mode coverage, which is the first time that we've done this since July last year. Fun fact, for those who are new to the channel, we do natural disasters. This year we are expanding our operations into man-made events. So it's going to be definitely interesting to note. Very opinionated. So the poll looks like this right now. I put out this poll 3 minutes ago with 130 of you guys coming in, voting in, and this is what it looks like so far. So 50% believe that this was needed, 35% believe, or 36% now believe that this was not needed, and 15% say that they're unsure. And I don't blame you if you think that you're not. I don't blame you if you don't know, if you're unsure that this was a good idea. But at the same time, a lot of people were expecting this. I didn't think it would happen this early on, but I thought that maybe something close to this was going to happen in a few months. I didn't think it was going to happen now, but it's happened. And let me just quickly ask the chat, where are we watching from? How are we doing? Where are you watching from? And if you have any news to tell us, please let me know. Please let me know, and then I can confirm that and then report it. I'm trying to see if there's new stuff going on being reported. We have 299 of you watching, and I'm gonna quickly change some of the stuff that's being read here. So give me a moment. Let me quickly change the title. Give me a moment. Part of doing this thing whole solo is that I have to do so much so quickly. But let me quickly change this. And then this is a Disaster Central special report. The thumbnail or the title has been updated. That's a good question. Seattle Tilt Music asks, what about Russia and China? We haven't heard anything from them. I probably won't hear from them for a bit. In a few hours, we'll hear official statements from them. That's a good question. It's a really good question. Jacob says, nice work. You're doing a great job. Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Okay. CNN correspondent reports that explosion stopped 20 minutes ago. City's very quiet. Planes passing by very far. The area that I am in, Caracas, I can clearly hear the planes. So planes are still traveling. CNN correspondent reporting also now that we can hear something disturbing in key areas, especially military areas. It's remarkable to hear there's no electricity in areas for the military forces. Venezuelan sources tell Sky News Arabia that the home of the Venezuelan Minister of Defense and Port has been bombed. Okay. So that is interesting that is some news that we're reporting, that the CNN is reporting. CNN reporting that the home of CNN's reporting that the home of a Venezuelan minister Ooh, why did my headlines do that? Okay. We're going to continue this coverage. Do not worry. Do not click out. Because I'm going to be here with you guys every step along the way. So we're going to keep going. CC Red for the $5. Thank you so much for the $5. I really appreciate it. Please put those W's in the chat. You don't understand what this means to me and to the operation. This really means so much for me. And obviously, normally I would be asleep by now. But, you know, given the fact that this is very much important, arguably the most important news of the year already, I think that it is very necessary for me to be up and be, you know, getting all through this coverage along the way as well. You know, it would be unjustified if I did that, and I didn't. You know, obviously, do some of that. The time for having these are just opinions right now. The time for having enemies, governments in the Western Hemisphere is over. It's all about. Okay, that's a comment there. That's what Jack Franconi reads or says. That's what he says. If anybody has news to report, please let me know. We have 360 people watching. Hello to all of you. For those tuning in, let me just quickly say that, let me just quickly recap on what's going on. So, pretty much, there hasn't been new news except for the minister's home being bombed, I think. But whoa. Okay. Here we go. So we might have actual ground combat. So there's a video emerging right now in Miraflores near Caracas that's showing military tanks right now on the streets with some troops on the ground. because I can't verify it, I'm gonna hold off on presenting it. However, just in case it is verifiable, just in case we can verify, I'm going to also quickly save that video so then I don't forget. And one of the people that are there, one of the people that is in Venezuela is now telling me that that she is hearing constant bombardment right now, tons of explosions in the distance. So that is very, very worrying. So let me just quickly feed you in. Let me just quickly feed you guys into what's going on. This is being reported. This is the latest events from 1:50 a.m. to around 2 a.m. And this will be confirmed right now. Military jets flew over Caracas with at least 6 visible smoke plumes from the strike. Airstrikes are ongoing, verified by CNN crews and local reports. Air raid sirens have been activated, captured on video. Military airbase, a major military airbase, Francisco de Miranda, has been struck. The port of La Guaria has also been confirmed hit. Widespread power outages via internet routers, particularly in southern and western Caracas, are in complete blackout, nearing military signs, and this is confirmed by the New York Times. 5 to 8 Chinooks or Black Hawk helicopters were also sighted in the videos. We still can't confirm that. There has not been verifiable video that shows American troops on the ground. However, Reuters is confirming that there is U.S. ground forces present in the country, and they're also reporting that the Curacao airspace has also been shut down. So, and here's a picture. This is a picture from literally moments after the airstrike happens. CNN is reporting actively as we speak. CNN News is reporting now that hold on, let me pull up the picture for you guys. I also just don't want to okay, we'll just use that for now. Here's a picture that has been sent to us by okay, never mind. I also don't want to use that, so what's the point? Oh, I have it. Never mind. What am I doing? Sorry guys. Very slow day right now. Let me just clear this out. This is a picture from Caracas. This is a moment after explosions rocked the capital. Oh, looks like someone edited in the bottom title. So, it is now a special report. The U.S. attacks Venezuela. It is... I'm very shocked because it's the 3rd day of January. At the same time, will I say that I did not expect this to happen? Can't say that because in some ways I kind of did predict or expect this to happen at some point. But yeah. If anybody has any questions, what is my source for troops on the ground heading towards Palace? I don't think I reported that, but there is. But Reuters is reporting that there is troops on the ground. So I didn't report that they were heading towards the palace, though. And let me quickly transform the title here, or the headlines here. Also, if you have any criticisms for me, any advice for broadcasting, please let me know, because I want to get better at this. This is really my first, how do I say it? This is really my first broadcast-ish. This is really my first ever political, not even political, this is just my first ever geopolitical broadcast I've ever done. So I'm kind of trying to get better at it as we speak. Let me quickly switch to live cams. Live cams, very, very fun. Live cams are very fun. So here's our live cams. And we can see that so local media is reporting that the Minister of Defense, Vladimir Padrino Lopez, his home has also been targeted in strikes. So now this is multiple ministers that are also being attacked. I'm trying to... There's a lot of news going on right now. Interestingly enough. There's also news going on in the Middle East. CNN correspondent reporting that significant hypotheses coming right now that we need to confirm. And also that reports are coming in that military installations in Caracas have been targeted. We don't know if it's the United States attacking or maybe something internal. That's another possibility. Let me tell you. So there's bear with me here. So there are reports. There's multiple reports, conflicting reports, coming in that there's a possibility that this could be internal. Some parts of this could be internal. The airstrikes are definitely American, and this is just purely on the fact that they're using American Chinook helicopters and Black Hawks. The problem is the gunfire. So if American troops are on the ground, then technically this would be considered an invasion, and we don't know whether or not this is reporting. CNN is reporting that there's a possibility that this could be a coup d'etat, which means that this is pretty much a military uprising attacking over its own government. If that is what's going on, then that means that the whole story could change. However, I'm not necessarily too keen on saying that this is internal because of the fact that the airstrikes were American, were used with American helicopters. So it's possible. I'm going to hold off on calling it a coup yet because I can't confirm that. But yeah, something just keep in mind. Just keep it in mind. As I am trying to read messages here. We have 314 of you watching. And I haven't seen... Okay, so the overall consensus that I'm getting is that, and this is more personal for me, so I can take down notes, and when I do this on day 2 or whatever, if this is an actual invasion, then I'll get better at it. But the general consensus from you guys is that I'm doing a good job. So just thank you for that. I'm going to keep getting better at this though. So trust me, I'm gonna keep getting better at it. So it's possible, and I still can't. I'm still trying to figure out what things are. What these things are. If you do have any questions for me, or for the chat, because a lot of people here seem to be way better informed about the Venezuelan thing than I am. Yeah. Let me just quickly throw in a tag here. If you are watching this and you're enjoying coverage, we're going to be live all night. Please subscribe. Turn on the bell notifications because we go live for natural disasters as well. We also go live for international disasters such as earthquakes and stuff like that. So please, please, if you enjoy the coverage. If you don't, that's fine. But I'm saying, just giving a bit of advice, as some might say. Also, very much quickly want to say thank you for the 8,100 subscribers. We were at 8,030, and now we are at 105. So, thank you so much for that. Reports saying that CNN is reporting that one of the sites that's being targeted is where Maduro's government spends their nights. Okay. So, one of the targets could be where the Venezuelan government convenes during the night. And if that's true, then that's going to be something very interesting to report on. And we probably will not know what their conditions are. So technically their conditions are... Their condition, if this is true, is currently unknown. We don't know whether or not they're okay. But I think that this is probably going to be a prolonged... Maybe not prolonged, but maybe longer than tonight. I think this will last maybe a few days. But yeah, Disaster Central. I've just been asked. Sorry about that voice crack. You can tell I'm tired, and also dehydrated. The people that I'm working with have asked for me to report that that it is important to note that we will be live all night, or that really I will be live all night, and that tomorrow we will have a special schedule, or really today, later on today, we will have a special schedule of constant live streaming and constant updates once we get official graphics about this whole event. But yeah, so very noteworthy. So Cristina Bello, I'm not sure she's a local, but I think she is, reporting that planes, she's saying that planes keep flying over Caracas. She can hear it. Well, if you are in Caracas, I wish you the absolute best. I hope that you are in a safe location. And that hopefully you will make it out of this. I hope everybody makes it out of this. All the civilians make it out of this. But we're just gonna keep reporting on it. Let's see, what could we do? Disaster Central will continue coverage. I have just been announced. I've been given how long I'll be live for. I've been told that I will be live for, if no new information comes out, I will be live for until 5 a.m. Central Daylight Time, 6 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. And that's probably what things are going to look like. If more happens, then I will probably be up all day and all night. So I'm currently texting my team of people that are getting information behind me. Okay. So let me quickly change the title. Again, because, just because, I guess. Let me quickly, can I edit, please? So, I'm trying to see the reporting. I'm trying to see the reporting on this, and this is oh my freaking gosh. Okay. I have to keep it professional for obvious reasons, but those ads get me very angry. Okay, can I get out of that? Cool. Save. Okay. Sorry about that. Sorry, I just saw a post that just really I just saw a post that made me laugh. Sorry about that. Okay. I'm trying to see if there's any reports of the aftermath. Oh! Okay, so this just got leaked. This is from Reuters. Their headlines got leaked, which is funny because, I mean, I didn't think someone could. I didn't think that. What am I saying? I forgot what I'm saying. Yeah, here we go. So let me quickly just put this in the middle and then show you what is being reported here. So this is what the headlines look like within Reuters. They're reporting that loud noises, and then they just keep reporting that okay, so this is new. The Trump administration Trump administration officials are aware of reports of explosions and aircraft over Venezuela's capital. That's what a CBS reporter was reporting on X. And let me just quickly get rid of the headlines, and then I can put you on with the live cams. And actually, I could probably just shrink them. Where are my headlines at? Okay. I can't say I like the headlines to be that small, so for that reason, I'm gonna expand them and then just make them disappear for a bit. Okay, Maduro has made a statement. The Venezuelan president Maduro has made a statement saying that what was it? What? Okay. Okay, so this is a report from CBS News. President Trump ordered the strikes on sites inside Venezuela, including military facilities. The U.S. official said as the administration early on Saturday retached the campaign against the regime of Nicolas Maduro. So CBS News is reporting that this is confirmed to have been ordered by Donald Trump. So Donald Trump did order the strikes. That's breaking news. Now, obviously, some people might say that that's common sense. At the same time, I'd rather be safe than sorry, so it's better. I'm glad that that this was confirmed. I still cannot confirm whether or not I can't confirm whether or not okay. Okay, so Venezuela's public television broadcasts a statement on the national network confirming that the country is being attacked by the United States and calls for a popular mobilization. So and also there's reports that gunfire may actually have been confirmed temporarily. But here's what we know. So this is what we know so far. Might be a bit extreme. This might be a little bit overblown, but here's what we know so far. So obviously we know about the airstrikes. The airstrikes happened about an hour ago. Major ports and air bases and an airport was struck. Widespread blackouts in Caracas, with a local now confirming that there are blackouts. They were 5 to 8 Chinook / Black Hawk helicopters. The Curacao airspace has been closed, and the Venezuelan airspace has also been closed. Reuters also reports that there are ground troops. There are troops on the ground. However, they cannot independently verify the reports at the moment. We know that the Defense Ministry's house has also been targeted in the airstrikes, and that we also know that the attacks lasted approximately 40 minutes. However, there's still confirmed reports that there's airplanes that are still moving back and forth from bases to Venezuela. There's also reports that there are more explosions in the distance in the outskirts of Caracas, which wouldn't be surprising. And CBS can now confirm that Donald Trump did order the strikes and that the Trump administration is very well aware of it. And I'm just reading from what I got. And I wish we had moderators in the chat as well. I'm actively reading the chat. Hey Willie, don't be dissing on me, bro. Don't be dissing on us kids, on us young ones. I'm the one reporting. I'm the correspondent here. Come on now. Sorry, I should be more serious, but I just read that comment and I'm like, come on now. I'm reporting on it. Okay, breaking news. Finally, some breaking news. Okay. Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro declares state of emergency and calls on people to mobilize to defeat the imperialist aggression. So, let me quickly update the headlines. I know you guys want the full cams, but just in case, let me just quickly say, breaking: Maduro declares state of emergency, calls for mobilization. So, am I surprised by the news that he wants mobilization? No. Am I going to be surprised? No. Why am I not surprised? Because I'm not. I just read that, Billy. That is, I can confirm now that is fake news. I hate saying that phrase, but I can confirm that that is fake news. I'm reading the chat. Sometimes I want to laugh. Some other times I just want to be like, why did I go live for this? Hey, but it's fine because I enjoyed doing what I'm doing. So yeah, this is the latest report. Maduro declares state of emergency, calls for mobilizations. We're gonna, obviously, I am now stuck with you guys for another 3 hours. So, whether or not you like me or not, that's cool. If you don't like me, you can click off. If you like me, though, you can stay here. And I will be enjoying the conversation that you guys are having there. I can confirm information that they have bombed the house of Vladimir Parino Lopez, which is the defense minister of Venezuela. You guys are stuck with me. I'm not stuck with y'all. You guys are stuck with me. So goal of the US attack. Okay, I'm not going to read that. Emergency communications. Here's some of the communications that I'm getting by I'm going to read this really quickly and then I'm going to translate this and then I'm going to tell you what it says and then I'm going to get I'm going to get your reaction. So Uh, I love it when they post communication in such a horrible font. Okay, breaking news. Oh god, breaking news. Venezuela has triggered Article 51 of the UN Charter, which is the right to self-defense, which means that essentially Venezuela has now enacted the right for them to attack at US troops. So, okay, that's big news. Very interesting to see how that'll play out. If you ask for my very non-expert opinion, I think that'll be very interesting to see how that works. Venezuela enacts or triggers Article 51 of UN Charter, which is the right to self-defense. Alright. I'm going to try to... obviously, you guys have been telling me that I've been staying calm. And that's... You are seeing a much calmer version of me because I am tired. So... Quite funny. But, of course... normally, like, if you go back to our if you guys want to go back to the stream that we did back in July, and like that 8.0 8.8 coverage, we were panicking, we were going crazy, and kind of the same thing here, isn't it? Also, quickly want to say thank you for the subscribers. Thank you for the views. I really appreciate it. I'm working my hardest here to keep it going. This is a Disaster Central special report. The U.S. Attacks Venezuela. Fun fact, we are the second channel to go live for these attacks. And when we include TV broadcasts, we are the 5th channel / broadcasting company or whatever to go live. In terms of YouTube channels, we were the 2nd, which the first one was obviously Agenda Free TV. I love that guy. I love what he does. Because he's kind of the reason why I wanted to go into this whole like conflict type of coverage. And in terms of broadcasts, we were outbeaten by BBC Sky. I think the AP was also on, and of course AFTV. But we were only beaten by BBC. BBC only beat us by like 2 minutes. Had I gotten the graphics ready earlier, and had I not been away, I would have actually been. I would have actually beaten the BBC News. Would have beaten the BBC from it. But, you know, things just happened. So. That's true. Nobody watches them. I'm waiting to see. Hello, Kistun? Kistun? I don't know how to pronounce your name. I'm sorry about that. I really am. But, yeah, I'm sorry about that. But hello, welcome to the stream. Nobody's reporting on this. What the heck? nobody's reporting. I can't see anything on social media about them posting it. Exactly. Like, I agree with Wolf. Not even a week into the New Year's. And this is already happening. I guess, bro, but like, dang. I'm trying to get some information that isn't off of Twitter or X. Or I'm also trying to post it on my story, but so there's a video. Okay, so I just saw a video from Caracas. They're reporting that a U.S. minigun is being used on a helicopter. The helicopter has a minigun. Some people are saying that it's possibly an AH-1Z minigun. AH-1Z, if I'm pronouncing it right. And the AP is reporting that, the AP is reporting the same thing that we've been reporting on, which is that Venezuela is accusing the U.S. of attacking civilians and military installations over multiple states. No word from the U.S. Reports indicate that mountain barracks, places okay. So there's unconfirmed reports that mountain barracks, which is the place where Hugo Sanchez was resting, has been bombed. I can't confirm that. This is just being reported through a group called Alerta News 24, which is a Hispanic Latino group or thing. But yeah. And obviously, as we continue to report on the news, we will be here. I will be here to cover. And I'm actually just going to do this. Let me just quickly promote this. Okay. If it works, it works. If it doesn't work, then it doesn't work, I guess. But yeah. It's currently about to be 2 in the morning. If I search up yeah, I only really see Fox News reporting on the whole thing on Instagram. I don't see CBS. CBS hasn't posted anything. I think NBC may have posted something. Yeah, no, not even NBC News posted things. Like, what are we doing, bro? I guess. We're going to keep coverage until 4 a.m. my time, 5 a.m. your time. Let me look at CNN. Has CNN posted anything? Yeah, no, I don't see it. I just see the promotional post for 2026. It's just Fox. But Apologies for the Nightbot. I don't know why the Nightbot is acting like this. I've promised people that I was gonna fix it and I never did. I don't know why I haven't done it, but I guess, bro. I guess. So far, I see that CBS News has been reporting this the most accurately. CNN and Fox have been talking about a potential coup d'état, which means that it pretty much means that it's an internal like uprising from its own military. The CNN specifically has been pushing that idea. Fox has been pushing more of the this could be a false flag. CBS so far has been, in my based on what I'm watching right now, has been so far the most accurate out of the American news cable networks. Obviously before us, obviously because we're the most accurate. I'm playing, but yeah. I can also confirm I can confirm that there has not been any reported casualties yet in terms of wounded, missing, dead. There has not been any reported casualties yet. So I can confirm that. NBC News is reporting that they can now hear explosions again and planes are flying above right now. So it looks like explosions are happening again. Femzi, just to let you know, I got my stuff from Reuters, so you know, not to double down or anything, but if you're gonna call me, if you're gonna call our operations fake, then you should call Reuters fake. Yeah, it looks like there's videos of looks like there's videos now, or CNN correspondents are reporting again that explosions are also being heard again. So I'm not losing my mind now, am I? I don't think I'm losing my mind. Stand by for a global announcement. A few moments ago, reports coming out that a report has come out that there's a potential. Reports are coming out that there's again multiple quote unquote massive explosions. Again taking place in Venezuela, and reports are coming in from an NBC News reporter now. So it looks like this is happening again. It looks like we're seeing a second round of major explosions happening in Caracas, and yeah, it looks like the U.S. is now confirming. There we go. U.S. is now confirming that strikes, second wave of strikes, are now ongoing. So that is a Disaster Central special report right there, and we are still hours, if not days, away from this possibly ending. So I'm on the lookout, looking for videos right now, looking for news. It just looks like there's flights now being halted, which is really bad. Flights being halted at Luis Muñoz Marin International Airport, which is not good because there's civilian operations there, which is a civilian airport. And that's because airspace is closed, obviously, but why is this happening again? Okay, give me a moment. So we are finally getting some aftermath footage from LaGuardia. There have still not been confirmed reports of fatalities or casualties, which is really surprising. I would have thought that by now we would have already gotten a toll or a picture of what that looks like, but we haven't. Wow. It's happening. It's happening. Stand by for another announcement. Stand by for another announcement incoming shortly. This is a Disaster Central special report. We are now reporting breaking news coming in from Fox News. Fox News is now confirming that the United States officials are now confirming that there is a second ongoing wave of explosions, massive explosions being reported right now, and that they are currently right now sending aircraft towards Venezuela again for a second round. So I had to get my information around. I apologize for that. I had to bring up that display graphic for two reasons. One, because I thought that the graphic was cool. Two, because I thought that I just needed to get my information around just to confirm. But U.S. officials are now confirming with Fox News that there is now a second massive wave that is incoming and that is heading towards Caracas again for a second round of strikes. So, okay, and I have to update titles now. I hope this is not... Okay, so it is just delayed. Okay. That is the special report. That is the report that we have right now. Things are obviously bound to change. Title has updated. I just saw that. So now, second round of strikes are now imminent in the area. So we are now expecting those strikes to hit, who knows, in a couple of minutes, perhaps. But that's the breaking news that we're getting. And this obviously is following the pattern that we've been waiting for. This is the pattern that is being followed. Good question coming in. Will there be a third round? I don't know. Probably. If you ask me. If you ask anybody else, they might disagree, and that's up to their opinion to disagree. I think that there could be. Considering the fact that obviously it is apparent that the Venezuelan president Maduro is still alive, and Trump, the United States in general just doesn't like Maduro. So I would say that, yeah, it's possible, if not likely. For those watching, please subscribe to the channel. Please share this stream out to as many people as we can. It would really do me great favors. It would do me such a great favor for me. I really want to expand this operation even further. I want to be reliable, you know? I want to be reliable. I want this channel to be reliable. I think you guys have already seen what I can do, what I can work with an audience that we have here. And hopefully, hopefully you guys will believe in me more often. Breaking news: Chinese delegations held a meeting today with President Maduro earlier today. Remains unclear whether they departed the country prior to the start of the attacks. So it's possible that he left the country now. A ship appears to be targeted. It looks like a Venezuelan ship has been targeted and hit, according to Michael Howritz, maybe. There it is. It looks like there's a possibility now that President Maduro may have left to China. It's possible. I can't confirm that. It's just what's possibly being reported according to NBC News. Some of the statements now coming out from Ruben. This is a statement from Ruben Gallegos, who I believe is a congressman, maybe. He says, quote, "Second unjustified war in my lifetime. This war is illegal. It's embarrassing that we went to war. We went from the world cop to the world bully in less than 1 year. There is no reason for us to be at war with Venezuela." That's what he said. That's what he posted on Twitter. NBC News says that we have no confirmation from the White House or Pentagon right now in regards to... I don't know what that's in regards to, but interesting. Oh, here's something. So the explosions now are so massive that you can see them happening in action through the seismographs. Let me show you an example. If my let me quickly add the picture. So this is really cool. Well, it's sad, but it's also really cool. As you know, as many of you may not know, this channel is originally for natural disasters. This year, in fact, the stream before this, which was like 7 hours ago, we talked about how this channel is going to expand to more man-made operations. And we're doing that. So let me just show you, let me just get nerdy with this. Basically, this is a seismograph in Caracas, Venezuela, and you can see how you can see those spikes. You see those yellow spikes in those seismographs? Those are the explosions. So it's like causing these seismographs to react. So it's It's really cool. I'm a geology nerd, weather nerd too, as you guys may assume. I love seismographs. I love reading graphs and stuff like that. It's, in my opinion, pretty cool. Obviously, that's not relevant to the news, but I'm just saying, like, it's pretty cool. And it looks like half of the cameras are refreshing. Okay. So, let me just quickly see how things are. Oh, and by the way, for those who don't know, I am streaming this from. Oh, thank you, Neto. Thank you, Neto. Um, um, let me quickly point out. So we're streaming right now in Houston, Texas. So in Texas right now, where I'm at, it is 2:13 in the morning. You guys are stuck with me until 4 a.m. at least. If there's new information or development that pops out, then it might be sooner or later. But it is 2:13 a.m. These strikes have been happening for about 3-ish hours now. So this strike happened about 2 hours ago. 2 hours ago. So Maria Corina Machado's team is aware of the attacks being carried out by the United States against Venezuela, and some members have strongly urged the priority of removing Nicolas Maduro. So that's something to confirm. Something nice. H-Town in the house, of course. One of the best cities in Texas. Well, because it's best cities in Texas because it's the biggest city in Texas. But I love where I'm from. Very proud of where I'm from. But it's also very tiring, if you know what I mean. Like, let me give you an example. So, when we go live for earthquakes in Asia, typically it's daytime there. And it is also like 2 a.m. here. So it gets very tiring, very exhausting. And yeah, just interesting. San Antonio is cool. Don't get me wrong. San Antonio is cool, but you guys only really have a river walk. And the Alamo, I guess. And the Alamo. That's really all y'all got. We got food. I say that because I'm a big bag myself. You guys, we got food. We got parks. Very nice parks. Good night, Damien. We got food. We got parks. We got buildings. We got better sports teams. Like, what do you guys have? I don't even know. We got better colleges. Like, come on now. Okay, so it's confirmed now. We can confirm now that the place where Hugo Chavez was resting has now been bombed. So we can confirm now. We don't know where his body's at. I could have just assumed that. If it wasn't already decomposed now, it's definitely not there anymore. But we can now confirm that the funeral or the area where Hugo Sanchez is resting has been completely bombed. And this is now reported by the AP. The AP is now reporting that. So, of course, yeah, best food. The Spurs, I mean, I guess. You guys sold y'all's best player and then got scammed for it. Like, come on now. President Trump. Okay, so this is a report from from the Washington Post. President Trump is currently at Mar-a-Lago in Florida. Many of his top national security advisors have spent significant time with him at the club. where the president had hosted foreign leaders in recent days. On Friday evening, Trump received the national security briefing, according to the White House. A Venezuelan defense minister, Padrino Lopez, was at Tijuana Air Base during the U.S. attack. There's no confirmation on the state of health of the minister. Okay, so we have to be serious now. So, we do not know about the current whereabouts of Padrino Lopez, which is the minister, the defense minister from Venezuela, because he was at the air base where the major strikes, the first round of strikes were at. That's big, and we don't know what the current condition is. It is possible that he may have lost his life. I just don't want to speculate because I don't know. But it looks like he was there, and we can't confirm nor deny that. Preliminary reports saying that airstrikes have resumed on Caracas. Several army barracks have been hit. So that's preliminary reports now. So it looks like the airstrikes are ongoing. All right, so alright, bro, like, come on now. Why are we doing your mom jokes in the Big 26, bro? Come on. Got 133 people watching. This has been a way better stream than, it's been one of the better starts that we've had. And I've been doing this for 4 years. It was way better start than we've had. Good on us. Good on y'all. I'm glad you guys are enjoying the stream. Let me just end this. So, nearly 1,000 people voted. %50 of the people said they think that the strikes were deserved or was needed. 36% said no, they're not needed, and 14% say that they're unsure. Have they confirmed that it was the U.S.? Yes, it has been confirmed by CBS News. They have confirmed that well, what am I saying? They have confirmed that reports are coming in that the Trump administration was briefed. Trump was briefed on Friday, and that these strikes happened. So, yeah. Clay Poll says very little about the Iranian Revolution, the ongoing Iranian Revolution, and the Thai-Cambodia War. I wanted to... So, hear me out. I kind of wanted to do a stream on that. But I can't say that it would have been a successful stream because, as you said, not many people care, but also because YouTube is blocked in some of these areas. Like Sudan, I don't even think Sudan has access to YouTube. Or in South Sudan, where that group has been taking over, I think, what are they called, the RSF, the Rapid Sudanese Forces, or something like that. I thought that they were already blocking internet. But that's for Sudan. In Iran has more of a potential to do that. Iran has more potential. But again, there's no live cams that I can access. So I can't even access Iran. And I wanted to do Iran this year. I really wanted to have a focus in Iran. And then, you know, the reason why I'm able to go live for this is because YouTube isn't blocked in Venezuela. And also because a lot of, you know, because this happened very quickly. Like, again, I don't know if you were here, but I'm just saying we were the second YouTube channel to go live for this. I don't know how many channels are live right now, but we were the second YouTube channel to go live for this. So, you know, not to brag or anything, but I think we are already ahead of the game. Oh, I could. I could make it an art stream. But I'm not good at art, so it's not like you're going to get anything out of that now. Now are you? Um, the Venezuelan cartel Tren del Llano has called for terrorist attacks on you against the Venezuelan government and also for violence against American tourists. Okay. That's not fun. It's not nice. I like reading seismographs. Hey, me too, bro. Me too, twin. Oh, and also, you know, about the Ukraine war, I could have gone live for the Ukraine war, but at this point, nobody even talks about that anymore. And that's like an active conflict in Europe. Like, that's crazy. Isn't that crazy? Like, how no one even talks about those wars anymore? Like, it's just insane. It looks like there's an increased amount of civilians with arms already. So, thank you. Have a good night. Um, I know, like, there's 2,000 troops that are lost every week, I think. Just in total. Like, there's so many lives lost, and, like, no one talks about it. I have a feeling, unfortunately, like, if we were in World War III, this would be a big subject for about 2 weeks, and then we'd all forget about it. Until something happens towards the mainland. That is sad. Like, really, really sad. Breaking news. The FAA has banned U.S. commercial flights in Venezuelan airspace. Let me just quickly take a moment because we have another influx of people tuning in. Where do you get my info from? I get my info from multiple sources, and obviously verifiable sources because I am, or quote unquote credited news sources because I'm in debate. That's a big thing to do. I get my sources from the AP, Reuters, Al Jazeera, CNN, CBS, Fox, Newswire, and Fatux. Fatux, guys, let me tell you, Fatux News is a really, really good community out there. I don't know if anybody who's in Fatux is watching this or on the Discord server, but I love what you guys are doing. You guys, Fatux is a really good news source, or a really good Discord server to be in, especially if especially during events like these. Fatux was the only reason why I found out about this. Let me mind you. So yeah, shout out to Fatux. Although I don't really think anybody is watching from Fatux, but like, just want to give a quick shout out to Fatux. I love Fatux. Fatux, keep doing what you're doing. And it looks like strikes have stopped for now. Reports that they're now refueling. Reports of refueling. So it looks like strikes have stopped. Interesting. But yeah, let me just quickly say, thank you guys so much for watching this stream. Really, I really mean it. These last 2 months here at Disaster Central have been so slow, so incredibly slow, and I'm happy that we are getting off to this year on a very fiery start. I am so glad that every one of you who is watching and has typed in the stream, whether or not your opinions I disagree or agree with, personally, I'm glad that you have engaged in this stream, because it's engagement that helps this channel out. By you even clicking a like button, by you even viewing the stream, it reaches out the audience. The audience gets the reach. So I can't thank you the viewers enough for this. Second thing second, I can't thank the viewers who have been helping me through this, helping me get through the commentary. I cannot stop thanking you guys for helping me, have the confidence to keep pursuing the stream. It's your criticisms, it's your commentary, it's your analysis on how the way that I'm commentating that helps me get better. I'm not thinking wars, I'm just saying, like, unfortunately, in the business, things have to happen. And unfortunately, bad things happened. And, I don't think it's right, but at the same time, had this not happened, I think we would have been in for a very slow year. Again. But, I sound very much like I'm in it for the money. I'm not in it for the money. I also love doing this because I love talking to you guys. You guys are very much what keeps me in the drive for this. So obviously I couldn't have done it without you guys, and I'm very grateful for that. Although I will say, not to do a shameful plug-in, but later today we're gonna have a special on this again, probably an hour stream. I can't say, obviously, if you want to watch that, please subscribe. If you don't want to watch that, that's cool. But, please subscribe, share this video, share the stream out, because we'll be live for another hour-ish, hour and a half. So, and yeah, we got donations too. Like, wow, you guys are wonderful. You guys are really wonderful. And you guys deserve the world. Genuinely. But yeah. Yes. 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 I just noticed I live in Japan. I'm not capping. Well, how did you notice that you live in Japan? I knew you were Japanese, based on the based on your username, like on the with the Japanese script. Also, you just seem like a cool guy. You love seismographs. I love seismographs. Hey, like that's cool. In Brazil, I can buy beer whenever I want. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's cool though. So here's some analysis. Um, so consider. So this is from an analyst at CBS. He says, "quote Considering how quiet things have gone over the past bit, I wanted to take some time and make a few points." He says the following. Bullet point number 1. The first round seems to be over, at least for the Caracas area. Second point, and this is the important one. Given how many air bases and military targets there are, this is frankly somewhat a light first round. And the Wall Street Journal is now reporting that the U.S. Embassy in neighboring Colombia issued a shelter-in-place order for all American citizens in Venezuela on Saturday. The Colombian president, Gustavo Petro, says that his government is deeply concerned by the reports of explosions and unusual aerial activity in neighboring Venezuela, warning of rising regional tensions. Why are we having a debate about whether or not kids drinking is a constant? Why are we comparing the U.S. Constitution to whether or not a kid can buy beer? What? Dude, what did I miss? Someone fill me in. I could read up, but I'm also reading up on news, so if someone can do a too long don't read, a TLDR, I would very much appreciate that. The U.S. Embassy in Venezuela has issued a do not travel notice level 4, urging all U.S. citizens to depart immediately. Oh my god, I thought that was an explosion. They say that every time the Philippines gets an earthquake, rumors say that Japan will also get a 6.0 plus. Is it true or is it not? So let me answer this because I personally think that this is a good question, and also because yeah, thank you, Jim. And also because I just do this better. because I just do geophysics better. That's false. Now, it's true that when energy is released from tectonic plates from like earthquakes through ruptures, um, it's true that the energy travels in both directions of the plate. That doesn't necessarily mean that it adds on it. That doesn't necessarily mean that it tells people, like, it means that there's going to be a big earthquake in Japan. That doesn't necessarily mean what that means. I mean, 2011, we didn't see a big earthquake in the Philippines, and we still saw that 7.34 shock, then the 9.1. And in 2024, we didn't see a Filipino earthquake until November of the year before. In 2024, on the first day, if you remember, we saw the Noto earthquake that killed 1,000 people and produced that tsunami. But before that, there had not been an earthquake until, in the Philippines at least, that was significant enough until November of 2023. And I remember this specifically because it was my first stream that I had ever done rebranded, that I ever done with rebranded, that I had rebranded to the point where it went successful. This was when I hit like my first 300 subscribers. So, and a new report coming in from air traffic control, all of San Juan's airspace is closed. Eyewitnesses say that explosions in Caracas have eased up a bit, but they can still hear planes. Ooh, unconfirmed. But the parliament building in Venezuela may have been hit by American airstrikes. Whoa. Okay. Oh god, I hate when these graphics do that. Unconfirmed reports of okay. Oh, okay, so it looks like we have a veteran here. Jim, thank you for your service. I don't know if you hear it from my generation, but thank you for your service. Your work is obviously very appreciated here. Whether it looks like it sometimes or whether it doesn't, just know that your work is very much appreciated. Your sacrifice is very appreciated. Because had it not been for you guys defending the country, this channel would not have existed. Possibly. I don't know. Speculation. Oh, please transition. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So for those tuning in, we're getting reports now that we're getting unconfirmed reports that the Venezuelan parliament building has been hit by could have been hit by an airstrike. I don't know if these are confirmed. We're just reporting this because there's sources within CNN that are reporting it. So might as well. But again, I'm saying it doesn't. I don't think that energy will be that strong enough to even cause a 7.6 earthquake, especially considering that it's a month out. Energy travels very quickly amongst the plates. It's only the pressure that slows it down. Really, you could make an argument that if the Philippines had a rupture if the Philippines ruptured, and if the Philippines ruptured, and then the Nankai megatrough ruptures, then you could make the case that like, oh, okay, maybe that's possible. Maybe the Philippines has something to do with it, but the Philippine Trench has something to do with it, but it doesn't. In theory, really, by the logic that you made your claim, you're essentially saying that you're essentially making the case that the Noto Peninsula earthquake could be caused by could have been caused by a Filipino earthquake, or the Nankai earthquake could have been caused by a Filipino earthquake when we have no evidence of that, suggesting. Yes, we did have an earthquake this past month in Japan near, I think, Iwate Prefecture in Hokkaido. It was very strong. It was a very strong sequence, like a 7.5 ish, and they were under a mega earthquake advisory because they thought that the JMA thought that the fault. What's the fault called? What is the fault called? The Hokkaido Sanriku fault was going to rupture. Yeah, it was close to Aomori, but the Hokkaido Sanriku fault was going to rupture, and that's what prompted that earthquake advisory to be issued for 2 weeks. And then they had a 6.5 aftershock that caused a tsunami advisory. God knows how, but it did. Yeah, it was the Japan Trench in the Sanriku area, yeah. And obviously Sanriku is arguably the most well-known unknown plate, because nobody knows what the name of the plate is called or what the section of the plate is called. But everybody knows the plate because of the 2011 earthquake. No. That was not a few days ago. That was a few weeks ago. I think you might be confusing that for Mexico. Mexico had like a couple of 6s today. It may have been. I'm trying to think this last year, and I'm trying to think of last year in tsunami warnings in California. I know 2024 had one because of that 7.5 off the coast of the San de Juan plate near Cascadia. Yeah, you're right. Good night, Jim. Enjoy your night. You might be confusing. I don't think there was a tsunami warning in Cali, though. I think it may have been July when we had that 8.8 in Kamchatka in Russia. Yeah. I think that's what we mean. Kamchatka, Russia. That's what it is. But you're right, there's too much news nowadays. We are waiting. I've been here with you guys since 12 a.m. God. Yeah, I think you're confusing it for the Kamchatka quake. I don't think there was a tsunami. There may have been a tsunami not advisory, a tsunami information statement. I'll just go back into the archives and I don't know. Thank you, Jim. I appreciate it. Hopefully I did better. Hopefully I kicked some of the other news corporations' bums, because that's what I want to do. That's my long-term goal. I want to be so reliable. I want this project to be so reliable that people start using it as their main. Obviously not going to be their main compared to cable news, or other channels like Agenda Free TV or Ryan Hall, y'all. But when it comes to earthquakes, we are basically the Ryan Hall, y'all, of earthquakes. So we were the first ones to go live for the Kamchatka quake, both Kamchatka quakes. Actually, 3 Kamchatka quakes. We were the first ones to go live. We were the first ones to go live for the Alaska quake. We were the first one to go live for the Japan quake in 2024, our most popular stream. We're the first ones to pretty much all the major earthquakes that are noteworthy. So, yeah. I want that. That's the project. I want it to be long term. I want this to be a long-term project where people think, hey, this is Disaster Central. I know this channel. I can trust them. Or him. I don't know. It's me tonight, so. Venezuelan opposition says has no official comment on U.S. attack in Venezuela. Really? Live feed by the AP in Caracas, Venezuela. There's no ongoing second wave. That's what we've been expecting. That's what we were talking about. First time here. You did super. Thank you. Hopefully you'll be a long-time viewer. There's a few people here that have been long-time viewers that are still watching. Notably, if I go back, notably speaking, I gotta find her, but I think a lot of these people are new. You'll find them, I think. Yeah, you'll find them. But yeah, thank you for the. Hopefully, you'll be a long-time viewer. I'll say that. Exactly. Slow and steady wins the race. That's the goal. We want to be long-term. We don't want to be short-term. I don't care about the fame right now. I just want to be consistent, and I want to I want to be consistent, and I want to grow slowly so I can gain a more mature audience. Because the problem is, you have these streams that blow up, and then you have next stream, and there's like 10 viewers. Which, I mean, cool if you have 10 viewers, but that's just not. It's not the same feeling as when you had 6,000 people watching your stream, like the night before. Like, I don't know. Maybe if anybody here is like a social media person, like content creator, you probably know the feeling. Like when your video blows up on TikTok with like 8 million views, and then the next TikTok you have like 2,000 views. Like, come on now. The U.S. Senate Armed Service Committee was not notified ahead of Venezuela strikes, according to a CNN report. Again, really? Okay. Breaking news. The Wall Street Journal is now confirming that a U.S. official has now confirmed that there is a, quote, major military operation underway in Venezuela. The White House has declined to comment on specific targets, but some analysts are saying that this is a operation similar to Desert Storm. That's what some analysts have been saying. I appreciate the pauses in the comment, because it reminds me of how I do my commentary. When I go and I appreciate the pauses. It reminds me of that. Someone just commented on the blue app on the Discord. I just woke up. Someone tell me what happened. Okay, bro. There's videos now of young kids with guns in the streets. In Caracas. Oh my god. Yeah, that's true. And there's now videos of Venezuelan paramilitary soldiers breaking into people's homes, kicking down doors, and entering homes. They're patrolling the streets of Caracas. Wow. I don't know what to say. I really don't know what to say. I'm shocked. I don't want to see those videos either. Wow. Sorry guys, I'm just looking at videos and it's awful. It's genuinely awful because a lot of the people looks like a lot of these people that are getting kicked out of their homes by the paramilitary are just civilians. It's like actually disturbing me. And I'm sitting here in my chair in my room under my parents' home watching it all happen. Like, I don't know. I feel grateful, but I also feel horrible for those people. I don't know what to say. Thank God I don't have school tomorrow. That's another thing. Had I had school tomorrow, or had this been like a Monday, I wouldn't have been live. I would have been live for like 30 minutes. And that would have been it. But no. I stuck through it. Quick shout out for the one. We've gained about 100 subscribers already. And you guys have watched this stream a lot. 16,000 people have watched this stream. Super grateful. Again, I hope you understand how grateful I am for this opportunity to come on the air. I'm so grateful for y'all. Like, genuinely speaking, I'm so grateful for y'all. Even by you clicking this stream, just watching the stream, I'm grateful. Grateful for it. I see Agenda Free TV is live right now with 33,000 views on his live. Jesus Christ. He is like, dude, he's like destroying my competition. Come on now. Like, genuinely destroying my competition. Like, this competition of evil, bro. I can't compete with that. Like, I can't do anything about that. That's funny. I love that guy, though. It's like 100. It's like a coughing baby versus a hydrogen bomb. Like, I can't do anything about that. I'm cooked, bro. Those tuning in, it's been quiet for the last hour. I think it's been quiet for the last hour. The channel, or not the channel, the strikes have been pretty much over for a bit now. Second round is coming, though. That's what we can confirm. The Wall Street Journal was reporting on it earlier. We were talking about it earlier. Second round is coming. I don't know when, though. And also, we don't know what the secretary, we don't know the whereabouts of the safety or the health of Secretary of the Defense because he was in the airbase that got bombed. So in Caracas, it is currently 5 a.m. Oh my god. Oh my... Yo. What the hell? This might be the worst video I've seen today. Or this year. Oh my god. Guys. Do not look up on Twitter what's going on. Unless you want to see the BS I just saw. I just saw a video of a bus driver getting shot at by paramilitary people. Oh my god. Wow, that is horrifying and also unsettling and disturbing. Is this another... Yo. Get out of here, bro. I don't even know what to think of that. That was bad. Wow, that was... Okay. I didn't want to start off my day with gore, but okay. Those tuning in, just a reminder, it's very quiet right now. We're awaiting the strikes, the second strikes to start coming in, but that hasn't happened yet. Earthquake in Mexico. Preliminary magnitude 4.9. So unconfirmed reports right now. So there's reports now that activity is being reported at the Maiquetía airport. Sounds of aircraft in the airport. Reports of another contact says that the airport has potentially been captured by U.S. troops. Whoa! So it's possible that there's an invasion and that the troops have captured. Whoa! Okay, that's interesting. So reports that American troops have captured an airport in Venezuela, which would explain why there's huge aircraft activity in that airport, despite the fact that airspace is shut down. So there's reports right now. So there's unconfirmed reports, right, that there's unusual activity of military aircraft in the Maiquetía airport in Venezuela. Another witness or another contact is saying that there are reports that it could have been potentially captured by U.S. forces. Or it's possible that the U.S. is moving forces via Maiquetía. And that's what insiders at CNN and MSNBC are reporting. Yeah, we're still watching. Although I feel like I'm slowly losing my sanity the more I keep watching. I have an hour, so just gotta push through the hour. God, you know what I want to hear? I want to hear CBS News report. Have the theme for the Iraq War? They had a really nice Iraq tune, like theme for the Iraq War. They had a really, I think, what's his name? David Fish. David Fish had a really nice composition, like theme for Dan Rather's coverage of the war. Arguably, CBS had arguably the best coverage of the war in Iraq early on. And then they had and then they traded Dan Rather, they fired him, and then they put in that other woman, and then they fired her, and then she left, and then they put Scott Pelley. Scott Pelley was really the turning point of CBS in a good way, and then they put in Jeff Glor. They fired Jeff Glor. Norah O'Donnell comes on. The downfall of CBS begins because they get bought out by Paramount. Sounds like I'm going on a rant, but this is like heartfelt rant. And then they fired Jeff Glor again from Saturday mornings, I guess. I don't know why. They fired Glor from Saturday morning, so he's completely off the network. And then they get Norah O'Donnell off of off of Evening News, and they put in what are their names? It's someone. They put in someone. And then they got fired this year, and then they're getting new ones this year. Like, dude, CBS has been such a downfall, and yet, ironically, I still watch them the most. Also, can we just talk about the fact that CBS News, or not CBS News, the Weather Channel had a huge downfall? Like, it seems like after 2018, nobody watched them. Like, they got cheap with their graphics. They started doing, like, VR stuff. Not that it's new to them, but they just started improvising VR to everything. And I was like, that's cool, but, like, I prefer the traditional broadcasting setup. I'm talking about random things that I shouldn't be talking about right now. I'm just losing my sanity here, watching or awaiting explosions again. I appreciate the compliment. So, final reminder, because we'll be ending the stream in about 30-ish minutes, so we can have that perfect time to keep those 3 hours of coverage, preliminary special report, non-continuous or continuous coverage. Just to recap, today we will be very busy. We will have a special report on this, about a 2-hour special report with you. 2-hour special report on this event. If airstrikes happen throughout the day, we will be live, obviously, and we will be notifying and letting you know of any situation that continues to deteriorate. I will say that tomorrow we will probably premiere. We will probably premiere more graphics, specialized graphics for this event than what we do have right now. But nonetheless, we're going to keep working towards it. I don't know about y'all. I think some of you, Sunday, Lily has been here for. She's been here since the beginning of the stream, I think. For those of you who've been watching this whole time, I hope I really brought in some good coverage. And also I hope I brought in coverage with a sense of personality. That's the goal. I don't want to sound like a robot. So I hope I brought in a I hope you guys feel like I feel more human. I feel like well, why am I stuttering? I hope you guys feel like I'm more of a human reporter than some of the other individuals or some of the other companies that are just broadcasting, but that's the goal though. So I know, I mean, I'm just saying. I hope that I was able to bring good coverage to you guys. Great coverage to you, because that's my goal. So I can't be the only one that thinks that it looks like it's sunny in the coastline. Well, of course. Look, let me tell you. Here's the secret. For me, at least, the thing that has made this channel work is the fact that we have personalities. We don't sound like robots. Like, we're able to report on the news, but we're also able to have a sense of we're able to, express to the viewer like, hey, we're also human and we like to talk to you. Like we love talking to you. And that's what's made us so good. I think that's what a lot of companies are missing. I say I'm gatekeeping, but this is really just an advice. I think companies should really implement more personalities rather than just robots. But yeah. That's what makes us unique. And that's why I love this channel. That's why I love what I love doing, because it makes me feel proud of what I do. It also makes me feel like, hey, like, we're humans here. Despite the fact that, funnily enough, I think I might be the youngest host of a quote unquote coverage channel, I think, on YouTube. I'm like, dude, if I am let me tell you, I am 17. I am still in high school. I've never been given, the one thing that people tell me is, whatever I do, I'll be great at it. And I never believed it until I started doing this channel. Because as it turns out, I've been doing this for about 4 years, slowly building an audience, and you know what? I think that I've done a great job. Like, if you guys go back to the super back archives and you look at what the streams looked like before to what they look like now, you'll see a huge difference. And you'll see the huge difference in the way that I speak, the way that I communicate with people, and the way that I just talk to y'all. 29. Okay. Well, I appreciate the compliment. Okay, I appreciate the compliment. It's also because it's 3 a.m, so I might sound different. But yeah, I am 17. I am a junior in high school. Got 1 more year of high school, bro. Oh my god. I need to graduate ASAP. I'm looking at news right now. There's not much. Oh my god, Wolf, you are an OG, like desperate OG. Oh my god. Yo, Jesus Christ, you are an OG, bro. Their channel got taken down because of Storyful. Storyful destroyed that channel, unfortunately. Dude, when disaster compilations promoted my streams, I was the happiest 15-year-old in the world, 14-year-old in the world. And like I was the happiest 14-year-old in the world, and I know the guy personally. He's a really great guy. But yeah, wow. You just made me realize, like, dang. You just made me realize, like, dang, bro. Some of y'all have been here since 2022, 23. Wow, like, Jesus. Well, I'm glad you're back. I was gonna ask how you thought of how. I was gonna now I have to ask you. Like, you think? Well, obviously you've already told me, but like, I have to ask. Like, yo, you think the channel improved a bit? Maybe. That was 3 years ago, Wolf. 3 years ago. Back when I was under my old name, which is my real name, which is David Vela. And like, wow. Yeah, I was 12 during COVID. Yeah. Um, yeah. Awful time though. I disliked COVID. I disliked 2020. Not because of because of the pandemic really. I just hate staying home. I love talking to people. I just love talking to people, meeting new people in person. It's just something I love doing. And that really took that away, and it kind of had a huge effect on me. But yeah. So one of the questions that I was given is from SSB. What do my teachers think of me? So my teachers are very conflicted on my goals. A lot of them are very supportive, and a lot of my buddies who are a lot of my quote unquote buddies who are adults and like big in like the film world and the broadcasting side, they're very supportive. They see something in me that like I didn't see until really last year. They always said, whatever I do, I'm gonna be successful in it, very successful in it, and a lot of them are supportive. A lot of people are cautious because they think that once I have it hard, I'm just gonna give up, and I'm trying to define that because that really ruined my confidence for a bit. But obviously I've been proving the people wrong, so just is what it is. What am I studying in school? So I'm currently in high school, my junior year. Once I get out of here, my dream school will be to go to Texas A&M and get a degree in atmospheric science and get a minor degree in communications, so then I can go into broadcasting. And my dream job would be to be a on-camera meteorologist. Whatever program takes me. Whatever takes me first. It's called gatekeeping. Kist says that he's been subscribed since 2024. Wow. I'm old. Yeah, I know, the commercials. Okay. Will there be earthquake streams? Yes. Okay, so Sunday, what I was going to say is that I'm going to be studying atmospheric science. So I'm currently in high school, right? I'm currently a junior in high school. In about 2 years, I want to go to Texas A&M, get a degree in meteorology or in atmospheric science, get a minor in telecommunications, and ultimately my dream job will be to work as an on-camera meteorologist for whatever channel, whether that's the Weather Channel, the local news, CBS News, whatever. And this is really doing great experience. And honestly, if this reaches over 100,000 subscribers, by the time that I start applying, or if this even reaches above 10,000 subscribers, once I start applying for colleges, this is gonna look really good on my resume, like really, really good. But yeah, I want to get that. In like the overall reporting commentary / organization, y'all are doing pretty awesome. Thank you. A bit of an improvement compared to that ancient setup. Very ancient setup. Trump just posted on Twitter. The United States of America has successfully carried out a large-scale strike on Venezuela and its leader Nicolas Maduro, who has been, along with his wife, captured and flown out of the country. This operation was done in conjunction with the U.S. law enforcement. Details will follow. What? What? Oh my god. I have to change this right now. Wait a minute. Breaking news. Stand by for a special report. Breaking news, breaking news, huge breaking news. The United States has now captured Nicolas Maduro. Breaking news, Huge breaking news. That's huge. The United States has captured, according to President Trump, the United States has captured Nicolas, the Venezuelan president, Nicolas Maduro, along with his wife, according to one of his posts on Truth Social. He has posted this a few moments ago. Press conference will be held at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, 10 a.m. Central Time. The United States has captured Nicolas Maduro along with his wife in a special operation against Venezuela, and that the operation was done in conjunction with the United States law enforcement. Yes, I would assume that he is there alive. This is reports coming in straight out of the president himself. Huge breaking news. For those tuning in, massive breaking news. President Trump has confirmed on Truth Social that the United States, along with U.S. federal law enforcement, have captured President Nicolas Maduro and his wife in an operation during the strikes in Venezuela. Huge news. Wow. So, it looks like, for those tuning in, if you're watching in Venezuela, I can say this: Nicolas Maduro, along with his wife, have been arrested and have been captured in an operation, according to the United States President Donald J. Trump. On Truth Social, he has reported that the United States, in a special operation... Why are we censoring? Okay. We are now reporting that President Trump, in Truth Social, has reported that in a special operation carried out against Venezuela, the United States, along with federal law enforcement, have captured Nicolas Maduro and his wife, presumably alive, and that he will be holding a news conference at 11 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time at Mar-a-Lago, 10 a.m. Central Daylight Time in Texas, or 9 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time in California if you're on the West Coast. Huge, huge, huge news there. That is huge. I never thought I was going to be able to get to, I never thought I was going to have the privilege to report that. Now, I can't say that the regime is over for now, but what I will say is that in some ways, Venezuela now has more of a... Venezuela now is probably celebrating. And honestly, deservedly so. For those tuning in on our coverage, we are continuing live coverage on this truly unprecedented situation. The United States has captured Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro. The President of the United States has confirmed it a few moments ago on Truth Social. And he reads in a statement, quote, this is from Donald Trump. He reads in a statement, quote, the United States of America has carried out a large-scale strike against Venezuela and its leader, President Nicolas Maduro, who has been, along with his wife, captured and flown out of the country. The operation was done in conjunction with the U.S. law enforcement. Details to follow. There will be a news conference today at 11 a.m. at Mar-a-Lago. Thank you for your attention to this matter. President Donald J. Trump. The United States, this is historic in so many ways. I don't think... When was the last time they did this? Probably Libya. This is huge. Huge. It's huge. America, the United States did what they wanted. The United States did what Venezuelans wanted. And Nicolas Maduro has been captured, and it looks like the end of the Maduro era has come. It's came. It's over. The Maduro era has come to an end. For those tuning in, again, the United States has captured in a special operation with targeted airstrikes, has captured Nicolas Maduro along with his wife, presumably alive, and are taking them to an undisclosed location at the time of stream. And based on all reports, it looks like well, it doesn't look like it. It's been confirmed. This was a very successful operation. So, wow, I didn't think I thought this was going to take a week. But no. This was one of the most turning, like, shifting live stream I've ever seen. Let me just tell you, I'm going through it so far. The United States has, this stream alone has had 115 graphics changes or headline changes to some sort of extent. I don't know. That's a good question. Might be FBI or might be CIA as well. Central Intelligence Agency. It might be with the CIA as well. Is an invasion going to happen? I think with this news, probably not. This is the greatest piece of news I've ever had the pleasure to report. And I caught it early. So I'm very happy with myself with that. Very happy with that. That is... I don't know how to feel about that, but mark this date in your calendars. I'll just say that. Mark this in your calendars. This is the day where the Venezuelan this is the day where the Venezuelan a dictator or the Venezuelan Maduro era comes to an end. It's come to an end. It's over. In the coming months, we will not know. We don't know what it's going to look like in the coming months, but in the coming months, it looks like there will be attempts by the U.S. government or from other coalitions to go try to get power and try to establish hopefully a good society, a good democratic society. And just to confirm, the United States troops were on the ground. So, turns out whoever a few hours ago had called me fake news, beat you to it. I beat all of the cable news stations. I just saw CBS News is just reporting it. So, I got there. We did it. We did it. W's in the chat. But, wow, I can't believe this. I'm so happy. And so far, we can also confirm that there has not been any major civilian casualties in terms of the airstrikes. So that's another plus. But this has been a very memorable stream. I don't think I'm going to forget this at all. I'm very happy with the way this turned out. I don't have words. So with that being said, in about 5 minutes I will be ending the stream because there doesn't seem to be like there's a need for me anymore. Tomorrow we will have our special report as I've told before. We will have that special report, and we will continue to report on the news that's impacting us today. First of all, I want to say a very massive thank you to every single one of you for this unprecedented coverage. I never thought I'd be able to have the privilege to even say that. We caught Nicolas Maduro. Thank you so much for all the views, the likes. I'm so happy to be here, and I'm glad that I was able to do something with myself, you know. This has been a Disaster Central special report. We will continue live coverage tomorrow, or well, really tomorrow, I mean today, in a few hours. And we will be signing off. Make sure you subscribe to the channel for all the latest information and updates. We will be doing continuous coverage tomorrow, on and off, with regular programming, which is no programming. Yeah. I am very happy to be in that position. So without further ado, let me play my closer theme, if I can find it. I gotta play my full closer theme, right? Yeah. Okay. This has been a Disaster Central special report. My name is, very happily to say, David Vela, reporting in from Houston, Texas. And from the bottom of my heart, I say thank you. Because without you, this would not have been a thing. This channel would not. It's y'all's support that makes everything possible. So, With that being said, this has been a Disaster Central special report. My name is David Vela reporting in from Houston, Texas, and we'll see you soon. Enjoy the music though. Yeah, don't leave till the music's over. Enjoy the music. Good night.